don't believe in heaven. I believe in death. Every time I close my eyes, sleep resembles a free sample of death, and dreams are its tantalizing trailers. Especially now as the city presses close to my heart, my squinted eyes upon the scene of crime. I should have known then. Everything that would come after this room would be hopelessness, a chaotic swirl of events, and a rising nausea, which tastes like rust in my mouth. This is the cold case office. Once you've been through the file and come up empty, you bring it here to me. If any case hits this desk, it's officially dead. So was Mohan Shukla, dead 3 years ago, 25th of November 2015. Cause of death, a fatal cut to his wrist with a knife. Killer, Mohan himself. Cause, a clear case of suicide by depression. Evidence received from the crime scene, 3 neatly written, skillfully organized diaries, which the investigating department could make zero sense of. I had seen many strange cases in my life. Criminals. People who ran out of time, out of friends, out of options. Homicide is often too simple. A motive is all you seek for, and the story unwraps itself like a chocolate bar. But suicide, how do you take your own life? The calculations seem different here. Suicide is for cowards, a statement I've heard people say. But if a coward could stand up there, look down at the street below, and still jump, while knowing that a logical conclusion exists to his story, he deserves a medal. Mohan Shukla, as it seems from his writings, in his tediously well-maintained diaries, was a man of emotions and less of people. Death, it seems, was waiting for him, with a red rose in her arms.
What is it? I know what you're thinking. It's time, isn't it? Wake up.
Huh?
Wake up.
Wake up. मोहन, चल चल अंदर आ जा। मोहन, कैसा है तू अभी? थोड़ा तो ठीक लग रहा है ना?
आज थोड़ा ठंड है ना?
हाँ, थोड़ा तो है शायद। रुक, मैं तेरे लिए चाय मंगवाता हूँ। छोटू, 2 चाय लाना जरा। हाँ, चल ठीक है। ये ले।
Doesn't this taste a little odd today?
हाँ, नहीं तो मुझे ठीक ही लग रहा है। चल, तू ये सब छोड़ और मुझे ये बता कि अचानक हमारी याद कैसे आ गई तुझे?
यार, मुझे अपने घर से भागना है. I need to get out of here. I need to tell someone, and it's very important that I tell her. और ये एक्सीडेंट मुझे
देख, मैं जानता हूँ, डॉक्टर ने मुझे ठीक से समझाया है ये तेरे एक्सीडेंट और ये सर पे चोट.
I know, Siddhu, but it's strange. Like, I've been having the same recurring dream for a while now. And it feels like it wants to tell me something.
Tell you what?
I don't know, there's this place. And there's this girl. And strangely, it feels like I've known her for a while now. All this might seem very strange to you, but ये कोई सपना नहीं है.
मतलब तू ये कह रहा है कि तुझे 3 महीने से यही सपना बार बार आ रहा है?
Yes. I don't know how, but her name. Yes. Her name is Mithya.
तुझे याद है ना डॉक्टर ने क्या कहा था? तू 4-5 महीने तक बाहर नहीं जा सकता.
It feels like more than 4-5 months. It feels like years now. This is why I've come to you. I think whatever is related to this whole Mithya thing, you can help me find her. यार मुझे इस घर से बाहर निकलवा दे. I need to get out of here. All this is like.
But you have schizophrenia. And your memory isn't reliable anymore.
No. It's something more than this. And why is it so cold today?
You yourself walked out from your place, came here, and you want me to help you to escape? You rang the doorbell. Dude, you have already escaped. ये सब एक भ्रम, It's all an illusion. ये सब एक भ्रम, It's all an illusion. So the same dream again. Okay, I'm upping the doses and giving 2 new tablets. Mohan, what you have is called schizophrenia. During that accident, what happened was your brain went into shock and the blood-brain barrier started breaking down, and hopefully it'll come back up again and you'll be normal too, but you've got to realize something. There will be changes concerning everyday life. You might not be able to do things which were considered very normal till now. So you need to get this into your head, Mohan. Do not believe everything that you see. So, is there anything else that you would want to share?
Mithya. And I think all the answers lie somewhere with her. Or that place I've been dreaming about.
Mohan, I'm really sorry to disappoint you, but I have to tell you these 2 things. I know about your friend Siddhu and I'm really sorry. He exists only within you. I've heard you call out his name quite a few times, and here's the thing. I am Dr. Siddhu. I've been treating you since all these years, and I've also been your personal guide. I've been a confidant through all these tough times. But the thing is, your mind can't differentiate between Siddhu and the doctor. Your mind thinks that doctor and your good friend Siddhu are 2 different people, but they are not.
And all this about Mithya, isn't it?
Reality is not always what you see. It's sometimes how you perceive things. And that's the point. Your recurring dreams are a perfect example for this. Maybe you live long enough to forget her. Or maybe you'll die trying. But I'm sure of one thing. She is not real.
Mithya, the word itself is a Hindi synonym for illusion.
Anyway, I think this should help you. Sleep better.
Dr. Siddhu, how do you know Mohan?
He was a long-term patient and we became friends.
Is it a special day, doctor? What is it? The birthday?
Excuse me if I don't share your enthusiasm. Inspector
Pritam. Inspector Pritam.
This has been a very personal day, considering the person, the place. It's all been too much. And I would be really careful of my next questions if I were you, Mr.
Apart from the passion that you have towards that photo frame, which hinges over obsessiveness, and your posture, which screams defensive, and those little streak marks on your cheeks below your left eye, which tells me that you've been mourning for someone. So, doctor, do you want to tell me something?
Yes, Inspector. My little sister, Maya, she passed away 4 years ago. It was a car accident on November 25th. It's her anniversary.
Sorry, I didn't know.
What do you want to know about Mohan?
Tell me about his ailment, his thought process.
He was suffering from schizophrenia. It's generally associated with one's change in perception of what truth is, you know. Loss in the grasp of reality, changes in sleep patterns, and major personality changes.
Doctor, you just tell me, I have a lot of theories, but why do you think he killed himself?
Mohan's suicide tendencies started increasing day by day as he dwelled deeper and deeper into the pit of depression. You know, but he was obsessed with this one girl, Mithya. She occurred in his dreams recurrently, and he had this vague notion that somehow they were married, and he killed her.
What makes you so sure that she didn't exist?
All he said was nothing. And finally, this nothingness coagulated his arteries, numbing his very soul until he became that nothingness. What's so funny, Inspector?
Nothing. Go on.
Before I got rudely interrupted, I was about to give you a medical hypothesis. With cases like Mohan, you always have a marker, a sign, a pattern per se, you know, using which he could have escaped his hallucinations and stepped back into reality.
What was this marker?
It was cold. Whenever he slipped out of reality and started hallucinating, he always shivered. I always did notice that point.
Doctor, how did someone with this ailment squeeze his
Schizophrenia.
schizophrenia? How did a person with schizophrenia end up writing 3 impeccable diaries?
Determination, Inspector. Determination.
I just have a few more questions, Doctor.
Of course, what?
What drugs were you prescribing to him? And why does the autopsy report say that his body contained methamphetamine along with common antidepressants like Lexapro and Maxapro?
trying to insinuate here, Mr. Inspector. I've been a medical practitioner long enough to decide the difference between a cure and a poison. And these chemicals what you're talking about, I wasn't the one who gave that drug. I don't know how it got to the system.
Do you have the records then, Doctor? Can you show them to me?
Of course I did. And I also submitted it, to the old investigation. But after 3 years I had to shift to this new venue and dispose of all my old records. I'm sorry.
Convenient, don't you think?
I would like to be done with it.
Are you scared of me asking questions? Do you know the jail time you'd have to face for talking to me like this? To an inspector?
Jail time. Jail time, Mr. Pritam! Do you even know how many boundaries you're crossing by entering the house of a respectable doctor without a goddamn warrant? Don't ever try this stunt on me again. Now get out!
You aren't real, are you?
I know.
Can I ask you something? Are you real?
Isn't this the whole point?
What?
That it doesn't matter if we both are real or not.
We're together.
This is real for me.
No, Mithya. Tell me, who are you?
Start on a journey the same day that I did, the same day that I died, when you killed me on 25th November.
Reality is not always what it is. Sometimes how you perceive things.
Wake up.
Mohan, what do you have is called schizophrenia.
What drugs were you prescribing to him? And why does the autopsy report say that his body contained methamphetamine along with common antidepressants like Lexapro and Paxil?
So the same dream again. Okay, I'm upping the doses and giving 2 new tablets. Anyway, I think this should help you. Sleep well.
And Mithya, the word itself is a Hindi synonym for illusion.
Yes. My little sister, Maya, she passed away. It was a car accident. November 25th.
So was Mohan Shukla. 3 years ago, 25th of November 2015.
Start on a journey the same day that I did, the same day that I died, when you killed me.
It's our anniversary.
On 25th November.
Siddhu was a disturbed man. His sister died in a car accident with Mohan. A few years later, one is dead, one is scarred for life. Both waiting for their loved ones, people who can't come back, people who won't come back. I can't tell you anything you don't know. The story ends like all others. The questions are many, the answers scarce, and far in between. Mohan's death was a homicide, but the eyes of the civilized world watch in ways very different than mine, very different than the truth. This case ends like all others. Mohan Shukla was killed, but still this death will be remembered as a suicide. We live in trenches out there. We fight. We try not to be killed. Sometimes we are. Sometimes that's just us.
Inspector Roy? Sir, I'm not closing this case. Mohan Shukla's case was not a murder, but it isn't a suicide either.